Today we are finally in Kyoto Prefecture. We will upload 2 videos of Kyoto, this one and the next one. Today's travel guide is this black cat. By the way, it is said in Japan that if a black cat passes in front of you, you will be unhappy. The day this video was shot in February, so there is snow on the ground. February in Japan is extremely cold and no one is riding a motorcycle. If there are people riding motorcycles, they are either crazy or stupid. I don't want to be friends with them. Here you can see houses floating in the sea. The first floor of the house is the sea, and the families who have boats park their boats on the first floor. I envy them very much because they can do fishing on the first floor of the house. If you like fishing, I think you should live in this house. I can't swim, so I don't want to live here. Next, we met a dog. This dog's family all went to eat seafood and only one dog was left in the car. I watched the dog here for about 10 minutes because it was very cute. We decided to get a black cat and a white dog in the future. Next, we headed to a tourist attraction that may be the most famous in Kyoto Prefecture. Here you buy tickets on the ground floor and take the ropeway to the top of the mountain. This tourist attraction is called Amanohashide, which I believe means the road leading to heaven. It is so called because the terrain below looks like a road to heaven when seen from here. The ropeway is usually a 10-minute ride, so you may be afraid of heights, but the ropeway is the only way to climb this mountain, so those who are afraid of heights should meditate for 10 minutes. Kyoto is famous for its very large number of mountains, and these mountains have been used to prevent the invasion of enemies. Generally, castles were built in places where the terrain was surrounded by mountains, and the reason for this was to effectively prevent enemy invasion. The shoguns also built castles in front of which many inhabitants lived and used the tax revenues to support themselves. This emphasis on protection in the design of castles is a reflection of the modest nature of the Japanese people. The character of the Japanese people influenced castles and other buildings, and these castles remain to this day, and we can learn about the character of the people of the past from the way they were built. Nothing seems more romantic and exciting than this. Next, we will look at Kyoto's many temples and shrines one by one. Kyoto is the capital of Old Japan, so there are many famous temples and shrines. Also, since the capital of Japan has always been near Kyoto for about 1,800 years, the temples and shrines in Kyoto are very old. Some of the temples and shrines have been built more than 1,000 years ago, so it is a very enjoyable city where you can feel the history just by walking along the streets. Among the many temples in Kyoto, my first stop was Toji Temple. Toji Temple has a very long history and is registered as a national treasure of Japan. The temple is said to have been built in 796 AD and has been remodeled many times, retaining its original form until now. Old temples are, of course, made of wood, so their maintenance is said to be very difficult. However, the carpenters of the old days gathered their skills and completed the temple so that it could be used for a long time, and this is why it has remained until now. It is said that the skills of the carpenters of old are so advanced that when modern carpenters look at the architecture of this temple during reconstruction, they learn a great deal. In addition, there were plum trees nearby, so I came to see them. There was an aquarium near the plum trees, but I did not want to go in alone, so next time I have a girlfriend, I will come with her. Next, I will head to Fushimi Inari Shrine. It may sound a little strange coming from a motorcyclist, but Kyoto is not suitable for sightseeing by motorcycle or car. So I recommend that you travel by train or bus. The city of Kyoto is very convenient for transportation because of its square shape and buses running on all streets. Although it may be difficult for foreigners to get on a bus, bus drivers are familiar with foreign tourists, so if you tell them where you want to go in English, they will be able to tell you how to get there. Fushimi Inari Shrine is dedicated to a fox, and there are many souvenirs and amulets with fox motifs for sale. You need to wash your hands before entering these shrines. It is meant to cleanse the dirt from your body before you meet God. There are various ways to wash your hands, but the most important thing is to wash your body clean, so as long as you wash hard, you are good to go. Now let's go see the famous Red Torii Gate. It is said that there are 10,000 torii gates at Fushimi Inari Shrine in Kyoto. When I first heard this number, I was very surprised. Also, all of these torii gates are made of wood, and all of them were made by donations. Whenever you see these torii gates, please remember that someone donated them. I would like to donate at least one torii gate in the future. That concludes part 1 of my Kyoto trip. Thank you very much for your interest. See you in the next video.